I'm not here to inspire you. I don't really want to. What I want to do is kind of strike a nerve, as I usually do. Just a little bit of a nerve, just a little bit of that, that significant emotional experience you've heard a lot of people talk about. But every time I've ever come to a convention, certainly when I was in the field, I remember in the beginning just sitting there and clapping and getting all riled up, getting excited, and then getting home and having the cold hard reality sometimes of disappointment and failure, and then I get all bummed. Okay, and then I feel like maybe I was a loser. Maybe, just maybe for a second, I didn't have it, right? Too many no's. You're all excited and everybody wants to pull you down. And that was a hard thing. I had to learn that. I had to learn, in a sense, to rewire my mind. And what I realized, and really there was no guru that helped me realize it. I just kind of realized it, I think, over time and being around the right people, is that everything that I did or did not do was completely my fault. The money that I didn't make, it was my fault. When I didn't get called on stage at a convention, it was my fault. When I watched everybody get their rings and I didn't, it was my fault. And I tell you, that resonated with me. And then eventually, when I got my brain right and I realized that everything in my life, everything that you've done, everything that I've done up to this point is 100%, the reason that where we're at is 100% of the choices that we made or we didn't make. So you come to a convention like this, you want to be inspired, but I want you to, just for a moment, forget about the inspiration. I want you to think about the reasons that you are the way you are. I want you to think about why your bank account has or probably doesn't have the amount of money. So we got to do a little bit of rewiring. Number one, it's got to be that personal responsibility. Okay, you got to sit yourself in your house with your wife, okay, your husband, your kids, whoever, yourself. Start with yourself and say, you know what? I just didn't do it. It's my fault. You can say that. You don't have to say it to anybody else. It's my fault, okay? I'm scared to make those phone calls. I don't know, man. He has it all, but I don't have it. Have that little session with yourself, your little pity party, right, with yourself, because we have to do that. And then I want you to start thinking that, hey, you know what? I'm not on me. I'm not on me. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care about these people. That's great for them, okay? All I care about right this moment when I'm focusing is myself and my family. Okay, and I'm going to stop making excuses, stop whining, stop saying I can't do this, I can't do that. Okay, I'm not going to attend my own pity party because that's what we do. We all do it. Okay, and I'm just going to start taking responsibility. I know that it's my fault. I haven't done. See, a lot of you come to a convention like this looking for some secret sauce. You're looking for some inspiration. You're looking to get motivated, and that's part of it. Okay, but are you really looking for the secret? The secret is just one thing. It's that I just ain't going to take it anymore. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to come to another convention and let one more equity share credit award go up without my name on it. I'm not going to come here one more time and not get my ring one more time. I'm not going to do it. I've had it. So you got to get mad. You got to get mad with yourself. You got to feel it. And if you're not feeling it, then how are you going to do anything? Get mad at yourself. And then knock it off and stop beating yourself up. And let's put an action plan. Okay? What are the things you're doing during the day? Are you attending webinars and product trainings? That's nice. You're just delaying what you don't want to do. Again, I told you it's your fault. If you're sitting there trying to learn the products and it's during the day, you're losing. Okay? You're on a path to salesmanship, maybe, you're losing. Income producing activities, okay? Emails and all that stuff, you do that before 9 o'clock in the morning. Illustrations, you don't do that in the middle of the day. Man, you're out there, you're fighting, you're calling people you don't want to call. You're meeting with people maybe you're scared or you don't want to meet. You're taking your team out to lunch. Being in person, by the way, this is great, okay? But we can't keep building our teams just on Zooms. We have got to get there. We have got to force ourselves to do those types of things. It's really important. So you've got to drive yourself to the finish line. Get yourself a planner, and on the left, fill it up. From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I am calling everybody that I was scared to call. From 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I'm calling back the people that said they would call me back. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, okay, I'm sitting with my team, okay, and I'm helping them make phone calls. Whatever it is, those are income-producing activities. I'm going out on an appointment. Income-producing activities. Your business needs to be open during the day, okay? So at the end of the day, you've got to get mad, okay? Mad with yourself. Accept that personal responsibility. You know exactly the things that you're not doing. If you're wondering why, you know why. You didn't have to pay to come to Las Vegas to figure out why you're not where you want to be. If there's first of all, if there's a person in the room that's happy where they're at, you've probably got the wrong mindset too, because one of the things I always say, and there's some quotes I really, really love. And the one I love the most, I learned it many years ago in my martial arts training, is the largest room in the world is the room for self-improvement. I mean, that's mind-blowing. The largest room in the world. So if you're complacent, if you're comfortable, if you're happy, if you think you made all the money, if you think you've got all the independence that you want to have, if everything is just so perfect, well, conformity is the enemy of progress, right? Or complacency is the enemy of progress. Is that how you want to be? If we're entrepreneurs, if you are an entrepreneur, then you got to get out of that thinking. Okay, you got to knock that stuff off. So you got to have a closed mind. The idea is a closed mind to distractions, right? It's closed. You're not going to distract me like the horses, right? I see nothing except success. You're not going to get me off my path. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, okay? If you think you're going to distract me, okay, just get out of my way because I'm going to blow past you. Okay, and that's the way you need to be. Okay? I love you. Okay, I care about you. But if you're getting in my way, okay, and if you're going to bring me down, steer clear, man. Okay? Steer clear. I'm controlling my mind. That's your biggest asset. We don't need another tool. Even though I'm the master sometimes of tools, we don't need another tool. We need to tune this tool. You need to rewire the way you think. You need to get yourself a couple books. What are you doing? What's the mind food? Are you feeding your mind? What are you putting in it? What are you feeding it? What are you listening to? What are you watching? Okay? If you have a baby, are you giving the baby good food? Are you hugging it? Are you nurturing it? Are you making sure that nothing happens to it? Are you going to turn that beautiful baby boy into a strong man, or that beautiful baby girl into a strong woman? Isn't that your job? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with yourself? So you don't want to do that. Your mind is your tool. Your mind is your baby. Starting today, everybody needs to have that. You know what? When I go back to my hotel room tonight, I'm going to think about some of the things, some of the ways I'm thinking, some of the assumptions I've made about myself, some of the lies and stories and fables that I allowed myself to believe, the things I said to myself. I didn't give myself enough credit. Okay, you're going to wipe that clean. You're going to knock that stuff off. I don't want to hear about it anymore. And you should say you don't want to hear about it anymore.